got some major breaking news from the world's wealthiest man, Mr. Elon Musk, and one of his many companies. This time, we're not talking about Tesla. We're not talking about Twitter, aka X. We're not talking about SpaceX. We're not talking about Starlink. We're actually talking about one that we all know about, Neuralink. The first human received an implant from Neuralink yesterday and is recovering well. Initial results show promising neuron spike detection. Now, before we get into what the story is, what it isn't, what it does mean, what it doesn't mean, my question to all of you is, would you do this? Would you get some sort of robotic AI computer enhancement drilled right into your cranium? The internet's pretty split. People are like, hey, this is actually pretty cool. Like, imagine where it can go. And other people are saying, hell nah. The first Neuralink product is called telepathy, enables control of your phone or computer and through them almost any device just by thinking. That's crazy. This seems like Harry Potter, hocus pocus, magic kind of stuff. Initial users will be those who have lost use of their limbs. Imagine if Stephen Hawking could communicate faster than a speed typist or auctioneer. That is the goal. That's pretty cool. Like at first, I know when we picture it, we're like, oh, people are just getting enhancements, but this is for people who like actually have serious disabilities and it gives them ability to utilize their limbs once again. So think quadriplegic, paraplegic, ALS, that type of thing. This could be truly revolutionary if it works, obviously in the very, very early steps. Elon Musk's neurotech startup, Neuralink, implanted its device in a human for the first time on Sunday, and the patient is quote unquote recovering well. The in-human clinical trial marks just one step in Neuralink's path towards commercialization. Like, I know it's sci-fi-esque, but pretty cool. I don't know, interesting update in my opinion.
I know this was coming, but actually when you read it first thing in the morning or you see it on X, you kind of think, wow, it's really happening. So, I mean, is this good or bad?
Well, I mean, I think hopefully it's a good,
hopefully it's
good development, and obviously
not the start of cyborgs that take over our species.
Develop these kind of technologies in a kind of safe and responsible way for humankind. So hopefully he's going to be true to that. I mean, obviously it's very early stage, and there's a huge amount of trials and an evaluation to kind of to take place before we're kind of anywhere for this kind of being a mainstream development. But yeah, the kind of, I guess the thing that's exciting for me is kind of obviously it's helpful for people from a health perspective,
yes.
but the potential to extend these kind of technologies into mainstream kind of consumer electronics,
video.
The evolution of the smartphone is something we talk about all the time, and whether these kind of technologies can be adapted to kind of evolve, that kind of technology would be quite something.
But can it? And I'm kind of with you, right? It's immensely exciting and a massive opportunity for people that need to communicate that haven't been able so far. I guess who regulates it if then becomes a consumer good like you buy
exactly.
your iPhone?
Yeah, I mean it's kind of because it blurs both the health side and the technology side. Yeah, there could be lots of different agencies involved in how this stuff evolves. So I think it's an incredibly complex field. It's
Without
going
a
to take
doubt.
quite some years, I think, before we kind of see this beyond kind of these kind of hopefully positive trials.
Very, very early in the process, but we're kind of living in scientific history. It just feels like the growth of our technology, our medicine, or just our technical know-how, it's not just going up at a linear rate, it's going up at an exponential rate, and this is an example of it. And I get that we're saying this and it's early and yada, 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 but just imagine where this type of stuff will be in like a decade or 2 decades from now. I truly think that in terms of medicine, science, and technology, if you fast forward 2 decades, I don't think we could even comprehend right now what our day-to-day average life will be a couple decades down the road. I think it'll be so wildly different than now that if we got to be able to peek at it for even a minute at this moment in our lives, I think our minds would be absolutely blown. But obviously, congratulations to the Neuralink team. I hope it works out well. I hope this really, really helps patients that are in need of it, because it sounds like it could be life-changing in the better. But obviously, quite a long path ahead at this moment.